So you want to prep for hard mode in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Well, don't. It's not fun. Okay, but if you actually want to prep for hard mode, here's how you do it. First thing you're going to want to do is beat the game, because after you beat the game, the real challenge starts to unlock. I want to make some notes about hard mode. Is there are quests that are going to give you double rewards if you do them on hard mode, and some people will recommend doing them on hard mode so you get the double rewards. And I would only do it if you're interested in doing hard mode. This challenge isn't for everybody. You're not going to be able to complete every single challenge in the game on hard mode with the team that you want. There is some synergies that you need. You need to be able to build with specific people. You're going to have to use everybody. You're going to have to adapt and pick the best loadout for each situation. So if you're not up for that challenge, I don't know if hard mode is for you. It is really a challenge and you have to really build accordingly. And my suggestion to you is try out some of the Chadley hard mode challenges once you have them unlocked at level 70 in order to decide if this is the type of content that you want to do in the first place. But if you're still dead set and want to do hard mode, my recommendation for prep for you is after you beat the game is you want to collect all of the materia and ATP ups possible. Find the materia that you want in all of his challenges, probably the elemental materia and the synergy materia, and then go to your map and start working on the intel challenges that are associated with these materia, whether they be the life springs or the fiend intel. And if you ever have questions and you need to know which ones you need to do, if you look below the fiend intel, it has a little arrow pointing to it, and it's pointing to the first one in this case. So that means you have to do the first one and the second one in order to unlock the challenge with Chadley in order to unlock this materia. So this helps you pinpoint the ones that you want. First things first, I would work on getting the materia that you want. And then next thing is, and maybe you want to do this first, but you want to go do the side quest in this area. And this is the Chocobo Sage Manor. It's a side quest with Yuffie. It's pretty straightforward and easy. I made a video on it and I'll link that down below if you want to watch. But basically you just do this side quest for a bangle that gives all materia gains 3x. So whenever you do a challenge and you get ATP, if you have this materia equipped, you're going to be getting 3 times the ATP amount. So as you can see, triples the amount of AP earned. And if you tie this with an AP up, you're getting 6 times the amount of AP that you need to level your materia. So that can help speed level and help the process of leveling up some materia. And honestly, I would focus on that. I would focus on getting all of those items first, the ATP ups, the ATP armband, and then the materia that you want from Intel. And then after all of that, you should work on completing all of the Proto Relic quest lines for all of the regions, because this unlocks more challenges for you and unlocks the secret boss fight. And after you beat that secret boss fight, just know that you have to do all the Proto Relic challenges to do that. I don't want to say what it is just for people who might not want to know or haven't got to it yet. But after you unlock all of that, you get a secret boss fight, and that unlocks some new accessories for you to get and some new challenges that you can get from Chadley. After that, I would work on getting the rest of your intel. And if you're not level 70 by the end of all of this, you can then start grinding some AP on some of the materia that you're going to be wanting to max out, such as your synergy and your elemental. And if you want to grind XP and start this process a little bit sooner, I suggest going to the start of chapter 13, and then you go progress until you get to the Temple of the Ancients, and then you just kill all of the guards, hit pause, and restart this section. And you keep all of the ATB and XP. You don't get any of the gil, but you can't use it in hard mode. And that'll get you to level 70 in like 30 minutes. But I would honestly just start clearing out the map and doing some of the side objectives, because you're going to have to do almost all of them anyway. And even the side quest, you might have to do them again on hard mode for the extra rewards, but I would just do them not to get them over with, just to experience them because they're wonderful. But at this time, you should be well on your way and well past level 70. And at this point, you kind of have three options. You can actually just start the story and see how bad it is. You can go attempt some of the challenges that Chadley now has unlocked once you've beaten that secret boss, or you can start doing some of the Genji accessory quest lines. So every region has a like super boss that you unlock, that once you have done all of the quest lines for the well springs, you'll be able to fight the secret boss. And then when you're in hard mode, they all drop an additional accessory item that you then will need in order to craft these Genji accessories, which are some of the most powerful, if not most powerful accessories in the game. Allowing you to break the 999 damage limit is a pretty good one. Increased damage taken, but you also do more damage is a pretty good one. And then reduced damage taken and doing less damage. These are all pretty good accessories to have. And these require you to fight these monsters again on hard mode. So maybe that's a challenge you want to take on before you even attempt the story to see if it's the type of difficulty that you want to do. And then from there, you just kind of have to go into hard mode and chapter select and kind of whack away at it is like how I would suggest doing it. One thing I want to note for those of you who haven't done hard mode in this game before, every single time you go into it, you have to reset. You don't have to reset, but you have to select hard and do the entire chapter over again, and you're not going to get any MP during the entire chapter, so you really have to plan accordingly. And it's really a test of understanding what challenges you're going to face in the chapter, more or less of, do I have everything I need in order to approach it? Because a lot of the times it's going to be a lot of managing the fight and understanding, oh, this fight I'm going to want to have fire synergy because I'm going to be fighting a bunch of enemies that are weak to fire, and everything deals ice damage, so I'm going to want to have elemental ice on all of my armor. And it's really a battle of doing your research and understanding what you're fighting more than how good of I am at the game. Granted, you do have to be very good at the game in order to beat hard mode, but understanding the challenge that you're going to be up against is half the battle. And obviously, if you don't have all of the weapons for all of your characters, that's another thing I would keep in mind that you should have unlocked. Going around doing all the mini games in order to unlock some of the best accessories and weapons in the game is another bonus on top, even though it's not really mandatory. But yeah, the next thing you have to do after that is actually just do hard mode. I want to note a couple things after doing some of these challenges is I didn't find hard mode as enjoying as just playing through the game on normal. I don't get as much enjoyment out of the challenge. I know a lot of people get enjoyment out of the challenge and really love the old school Final Fantasy secret boss that is going to kick your butt the entire time. And hard mode will do that. It's a little bit too frustrating for my taste, but you know, it's to each his own. I'm not going to knock anyone for enjoying hard mode, and I definitely think there are challenges on hard mode that everyone should attempt, at least for the sake of attempting it. I know it can be very rewarding to beat some of these challenges on hard mode, not just for the reward that you get, but the sense of fulfillment that you get. So I would actually implore you to at least try it and then decide for yourself if it's something that you like to do. But yeah, that's my idea of how I would prep for hard mode. I hope you found it helpful. And as always, I hope you have a great day.